whatever you want.
We're gonna sit. This is like so intimate. I just feel like I'm sitting. Let's connect.
Yes.
Shit.
There you go.
Okay, so my name is Nomxolisi Ndlangana. I am South African. But I'm also known as Nono the poet, also known as Nono, also known as the Queen.
Ooh.
Oh yes, you have to own that.
Yes.
It's important.
Girl.
So it's so funny because this is my first time here, and I was trying to, because there was one piece I wanted to workshop, and then I met this lovely lady, right here, Dara. And we started talking, and I was like, oh, well, okay, because of you, I'm gonna have to do a piece from a book that I published. First time publisher, independent.
Yeah.
Hey!
The book is called Soul Vagina, In Between Sex and God, Who Am I? So the first, I'm gonna do 3 pieces, and the first piece I'm gonna do is from the book. Like I said, I'm doing the pieces. So this piece is called Ever Since Then. Now, me, myself, and I'm no kiss and tell kind of gal. But for the sake of humanity, I cannot decline an audience's invitation for an already inclination to bust this door wide open. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, pun absolutely intended. See, my story is made for virgins still satisfied by their own hand. The men leading with mediocrity in a complex situation such as a sexual relation, and these silly little boys skidding hard, hoping for an orgasmic punch, not realizing that to slay a pussy perfectly hard requires a delicate touch. Because goddammit, when done right, you die. You fly dismally up into the open skies upon which you are swallowed wide and you die. I cried. You see, he found me, hunched over a beverage to use as leverage. No soul should be drinking vodka and coke. So he switched me to something a little less confusing, which opened the door to what would become the grandest score of all time. I was now in the company of a gentleman, and my wet panties were a symptom of his chivalry. He was nice. I never knew the roll of his dice, fucking me with words over dinner. By dessert, he had me way past eager. I'd already worked out a plan on what to deliver, I just couldn't plan for his counter offers. So once I drenched his pick with spit, he switched the vibe into a moaning crooner. His hand cupping my mouth, I licked his palm. I wanted to taste him, completely, continuously, at all angles, switching gears. He made every goddamn turn. He earned every head bob and jaw lock, and this cock locks at the time of death. Our breaths in precise unison. And like a lady, I gave in. So he eased his soul into the depths of my conforming cavernous creation, baiting elation. I was shaking, fucking shaking. And just as I took my last breath, his mouth caught the air that would take me there, and held my bare body as my spirit left it. I cried. And he didn't need to ask about the tears, because he knew just like I did too. He had just slayed this pussy. And like the gentleman he was, he pecked a sweet one on my right, held me for a moment, then left me to enjoy the light. Ever since then, I've given up late nights on the west side. I prefer it down south now. Thank you. So Dara, I have to ask, was it what you thought?
Yes, I'm definitely in the book.
Okay. Mission, I also have books available if you want to support a sister.
Hey.
Okay, so this next piece is not in the book. It's called Woman. And Happy Women's Month.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Give it up, please.
I considered bedding these strangers, whose names were fictional developments of creativity to entice the masses. Perhaps I was supposed to slouch, crouch under the pouches, and just get on with it. Wide, Nono, open wide, smile, like it, pretend it would do it. You want to be a star, yes? So appease with licks and come packing tricks, cause lots of tricks can be sold to make gold. You see, smarts for books and hooks ain't much next to talent for catching swinging dicks, spraying poison in pale faces strapped with black laces. I am woman, a thing to be had, tossed, perhaps worse than floss. Mama died too early to teach me what to do when boys point a sword to my loin. So drunk on days of Delina, high on more than just ganja, slapped her lips and swept me up into a mess of stress. Always say yes, she says. Some will do it right, and you might just like it, as she inhaled her favorite gas that kept her at a safe distance away from reality. God done gave you those titties and booty for more than catching just the fall. Oh my God, but thank God. Yes. Church bells and the choir found me, sprawled across the aisles, wailing for the gorging emptiness that now filled me. I'd given it all away, and they took it. And there wasn't a prayer in the world that would bring it all back. But I couldn't lay slain on my back like I wasn't born with an iron back made way back by the Dubois and Shangers of our time. I would not die like this. A whore that agreed that she was no more than what any man called her for. I was great, fearless, brilliant, fervent. I was the very thing that made no and all the sense in the world. I was, still am a woman. And the beautiful thing is, our kind has no in between. We either die or we thrive. But best yet, ladies and gentlemen, I always get to decide. Okay, last piece. Also in the book, so vagina. This one is untitled. Sometimes things happen and you just can't put a name on things. And so I left the piece untitled because that's just how life is sometimes. I knew this day would come when the piss, mess, and stress of having met you would culminate to the perfect piece of poetry, fit for parading my pain on a stage for listeners to lean in and breathe in this piece. And hopefully I won't go home tonight to slip another pill to skip the pain that hits hardest against my chest amidst the silence during bed rest. So, here goes. To say that we fucked would be a brutal waste of words. See, my vocabulary may not be a match for, say, a Jay-Z protege, but I can appreciate my humble linguistic abilities to poetize a sentence, make it sound like an event an audience might believe they once participated in. So no, we did not just fuck. We met. And his hands came and introduced themselves to my body, like an old lover that remembered how to excite sensibilities that led to explosions of waterfalls inside my tower. He slipped off the pieces of cloth that covered me off, and bathed the space in between my thighs with his sweet sweat. Yes, his sweat was sweet. Ask me how I know. Oh, but a lady does not say she likes to blow. He was buttering me up for the oncoming traffic of solid gratification. He belonged inside of me. And my walls caved in and around him, confirming my original thoughts that him and I were right. Now I think I might have died or lost my mind when he moved to the flow of performance to lock legs on necks. Mind you, his eyes never left mine, as if the flames of passion in my pupils hardened his joy even further. More, he implored? Yes, please, I widened my door. We spoke in beckoning moans and animalistic groans. It was hurting me and I liked it. Unashamed, I even cried. I lost myself in this man. I was good at that, losing myself. As a matter of fact, he inspired the limber mistress hidden in the solstice that flipped the script in those sheets. I grabbed his waist into a deadlock. All right, now watch me. This is how you ride, I conditioned him. It wasn't ego, just a natural instinct he evoked to me by the way he was loving on me. We platooned tirelessly into a spent state of cacophonous coming contentment. Sprawled nude on my bed, I giggled. He chuckled. We both knew we had just actively participated in what might go down in history as a revolutionary fucking session. And if it was depression he was experiencing, he doctored that disease. And that's how he was every single time. He made sure that I got there. And again, and again, and again. And one more time, just because he could. And I took care to repay his endeavors with my own measure of artistic sensual gestures. We were like a raw footage of pornographic inspiration, monsters ball if you can imagine, minus the booze and broken bits between the two participants. I should have known it wouldn't have lasted. Maybe because my pussy was born to bless dicks and leave them whole, so the owners grab their coats and make for the door. Or maybe I really was the slut you said I was for spreading so fast, but nah. Grandma word her first night rendezvous, 30 is strong, still going through. So then, what happened that was so bad that you could not say? Could I have not loved the pain away? Or was I just a passing phase? I'd hate to think that I was a vixen, victualling aboard your woman might have left and I should have to come back and I had to grab my bags and leave your sack. The issue is, my ex-lover, I never told you this, but I loved you. My vagina still tries to find you on wet nights, vibrating viciously, seeking to be tamed by you like only you could. I suppose I dodged a bullet, right? I guess this is the story I will tell my soul until your wound finds itself tucked away with the rest of its kind, and I can move on to sex better than I ever did, because apparently what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, better, and might I add, wetter. So to you, my future lover, I say, buckle up, baby. I've broken, I almost died, but I survived. And somewhere in between the celibacy, praying, and mourning, I found myself. You see, truth and kindness will bring you the best love ever known to mankind. I have a tendency to deliver a unique experience when cast in a sexual, sensual situation. So should I say yes, then to you, sir, I then say God bless. Because for you, with me, well, it's gonna be one hell of a first. Thank you.